Hi you guys, it's me Sian Marie and I'm back with another story time. I told you guys that I will be back. Once I come back, I'm going to do story times. It's going to be entertaining. The last video that I did, I had to explain why I was gone. I had went through a lot after having my baby. So if you have not yet seen that video, make sure you go check it out. It will be linked down below. Okay, y'all got what? Y'all, I haven't did a story time in so freaking long. Like, it's been a minute, but we back, y'all. So today we just gonna get straight into it right now. So let's just get into it, because I know sometimes y'all be commenting like, "Damn girl, can you get to the point?" Okay, we about to get to the point. So today's story time, y'all, is about the crazy Lyft driver. This lady was a crazy woman. Okay, she was Delulu, and that was not the Salulu that day. Delulu was not her Salulu, but it had to be her Salulu. So yeah, so let me just start off from the beginning. Give a little bit backstory of why I was in a Lyft, where I was going. Okay, so as you guys know, in the last video, if you watched it, you know that what I was going through right after I had my baby, me and my husband were going through a situation where we didn't have really nowhere to go, and like where we were living was not like a good place for us to live at all. We just didn't have peace in the house. It was just terrible, and it was just a lot. So we took it upon ourselves, like, okay, we're about to leave. This person that we're living with does not want us living with them for whatever reason. Maybe because we laugh sometimes, maybe because we have a good time, and we don't even be loud. Like, maybe I hug my husband and the person don't like it. Side note, sometimes when you guys, even with family, you bring your significant other around, or you're happy, those people might get jealous and they just show their true colors, which is all good. But so because we're going through that, we decided that we needed to go ahead and get our own place. So we decided to go apartment hunting, and we decided to look for apartments on Zillow.com. We were looking for apartments that were, of course, on an affordable side, but in a good area. Like, we didn't want to be in the hood. We didn't want to be too close to Detroit. Like, no shade to my city, but like some areas in Detroit are dangerous. So we didn't want to be too close to there. We kind of wanted to be closer to the suburbs area, because first of all, my husband is not where I'm from. Secondly, I have a baby. And third, like, I want a good environment to live in myself. Like, I want to feel comfortable where I'm living. I don't want it to be no like crimes in the area, nothing going on, obviously. So yeah, we found a couple apartments. We put applications in and everything like that. So with this specific apartment, we scheduled a tour to go see the apartment. And that day, it was a lot going on. We had just had the baby, so it took longer for us to get him ready. Like, we had to take the baby out with us, like his first 2 weeks of being born, because what we were going through, we had to find somewhere to go. So we had no choice but to take him with us. So it took us long to get him ready. We had our viewing, like the open house was around, like, I think it was like 2:30, and it was already like 2 o'clock when like we're still getting ready. So I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna be late. And then Elisa office closed at a certain time, so I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna be late viewing the apartment. Me and my husband even had a small argument because of how, like, we were not on time, whatever. So I already knew this day wasn't gonna be the best day based off just that. The drive going there, it was a guy who took us to the place. Now, the place was about 25-30 minutes away from where we were living at. And when we first got in the car with this guy, this Uber driver guy, this is not the crazy one, apparently. This is not the crazy person. We got in the car with him. First of all, we got to take the baby's car seat with us. And so I basically took a class on, I'll keep this in mind now. I took a 1-day class on how to put my baby's car seat in the car. and it was at the firefighter department, okay, however you say it. And they showed me specifically how to put my baby's car seat inside of the car, okay? And they went over and over and over with me again. So we get into the car, right? My husband and I are putting a car seat in the guy's back seat of the car. He's telling us, so the car seat for a newborn, the head is supposed to be facing the back of the seat, right? So his head is supposed to be facing the back of the seat, and his legs are supposed to shoot out towards the seat that's going like this. It's hard to explain, but we were putting the car seat in like that. He telling us, oh, y'all putting the car seat in wrong. Y'all putting the car seat in wrong. I said, no, we're not putting the car seat in wrong. Like, I know how to put my baby's car seat in. I wasn't being rude, though. I was like, no, it's not supposed to go like this. It's supposed to go like this because he's a newborn. He's like only 2 weeks old. Why would I face my child like normally how we sit facing forward where you can see out the window when somebody's driving? Why would I face his car seat like that? It's a certain age you gotta turn them around. I think it's like 1 or 2 or 3 when you turn them around the opposite way. Why would I face my child facing towards the where he can see the like outside of the car? It's supposed to be backwards, because if anything, the seat in the front and the seat where he's at is supposed to like close in and secure him in really good. Why would I put him like face like this? He like, I got a daughter, and when she was first born, that's how we did it. I'm like, no, that's not how we do it. Anyway, so I put my son in the way he's supposed to be put inside of the car seat, and we go ahead and we pull off, we leave, we get to the place. Now, this area specifically, the reason why we were looking into this area is because we had a job opportunity over in that area, so we was looking into that area. And one thing about this area, I'm gonna just say it, Warren. We went like it was in Warren. If you're from Michigan, Warren is not bad. Warren is not too bad. It's certain parts of Warren that's not the best. And like from what I heard, and like from people in my family, whatever, they say Warren is not the best. So I already knew coming in, like, okay, Warren is not the best. It's not where I'm used to living. Like, I don't know how they really operate over there. We get into the leasing office. They about to close. And they like, we got there, they were like, oh, y'all the ones who's supposed to come at 2:30, whatever like that. I'm like, yeah, sorry we're late, but we were stuck in traffic, whatever. So the lady was like, it's all right, just come on in. Y'all got to be the last people that come in to come view the place, because the lady already had people there. So these people was like, they was cool, by the way, that was all right. We get in there, I start the application, and keep in mind, it was another family that was already there, and she was like showing them the place too. And they were like friendly people, they was straight, it was cool, they was giving me hood vibes in a good way, like in a positive way, like I'm used to that type of vibe. So I wasn't really like, I was comfortable, if you know what I mean. But okay, so yeah, so we fill out the application, and my husband is basically like, we need this place. He tells the lady, like, we need this place, we really need to move to this place. And I'm just kind of telling my husband, like, okay babe, like, let's kind of like chill. I'm telling him to the side, let's like chill. We don't want to make a final decision on this place until we view the place, until we know a little bit more about this area, you feel me? Like, we don't want to just jump right into it. So my husband is desperate to move, because the way he was being treated at the house, I completely understand why he was ready to move. I never fought him for that. The reason why I told him let's take our time is because we don't know what it's gonna give before we even look at it. Like, we need to know where we're living. So we eventually go to view the showcase apartment, where they show the apartment. It's like a extra apartment where they show people how the apartment is. And like the way it was set up is like you walk in and it was just there. Like you walk in and those are the apartment rooms. Like the building, it didn't have like the but where you buzz in, like you gotta call somebody's number to buzz up. It wasn't like that. The security, how you get in, it wasn't really secure enough for me. So that was like a red flag already for me. Then when we first walked in, like you walk in, you walk up the stairs, and then there's your apartment, just like that. No lock on the door. Anybody could just walk in. I'm just like, oh no, mm-mm. So when we walking in the hallway floors are dirty. So I already know the maintenance is not really like up to par, and I'm just like, this is not really giving me a good vibe already. We get into the apartment. The apartment is nice. It's the interior is nice. The floors, it was gray carpet and then gray hardwood floors. It had a big bedroom, and it had a one bathroom. The kitchen was nice. And then there was another family who was looking at it with us, and they were like, cool. It was a lady with her kids, and they were looking too at the place. And then she was like, this is nice. You know, the other lady, she was like, okay, I like it, or whatever, like that. And then we'll get to that part. So I asked the lady who was showing us the apartment, I said, how is the crime rate here at this place? And then she was basically like looking around like, y'all can look it up on Zillow. I mean, y'all can look it up on crimereport.com. Y'all can see, like, it's okay. But like her, like I was like, girl, just from how you said that, I know it's not good. Like I know what you mean. Like, I'm here. I get what you mean by that. Like, you don't even have to say nothing. It's just how you reacted it. I know it's not the crime rate is not good here. Viewing a place, the hallway, yet again, it smells like weed. It just smelled like weed. And then outside of the apartment, it was like a lot of dudes hanging around, like with their Glocks out. It was like giving ghetto, baby. It was giving ghetto. And it was kind of like, oh my God, I know my husband not used to that because my husband is from Africa. But my husband, he's seen like, you know, but it's different. It's different. It was uncomfortable. It's not that my husband was nervous or anything, but it was just like, I know my husband is more of like a classier type of guy, a bougie type of guy in a good way. And I'm like that too, even though I'm from the hood, whatever like that. But like, I'm older now, so the environment, it has to be quiet. It has to be like inviting, things like that. So we get back to the leasing office, and girl, the lady who, because it was like a couple people in the leasing office. For one, it was a lady who showed us a house. It was a lady with her kids. It was a guy who also was working there too, and then it was a security guard there. And the girl that was showing us the apartment was like, oh, I hear that your husband has an accent. Like, where is he from? I'm like, my husband's from Ghana. He's from Africa. And she was like, oh, from Africa. Like, oh, okay. And the other lady was like, oh, he from Africa? Oh, okay. He got brothers? And I'm like, yeah, he got brothers. Because I wasn't really tripping, but you know when a woman say like, oh, he got brothers, like, you know, she think your man fine, which is like not a problem with me. I wasn't really even tripping like that. Like, I'm not the type of woman who gets intimidated because, you know, I'm wifey. I'm not intimidated by that bullshit. But it was just like, girl, it was giving it was like flirting with my husband a little bit, and I'm just like, I'm giving like standoff vibes, like, okay, that's enough. Like, I know my husband is fine. He's very fine. But don't be disrespectful. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. But anyways, keep it cute, boo. But okay, so yeah, that was that. We finished the paperwork. Now it's getting late, right? So now it's getting late, and it's almost time to go, because the leasing office closed at a certain time. I can't remember what time they closed, but like I said, she was already even in a hurry to close because it's closing time. Okay, so peep this. The lady who was also being shown the apartment, she told the lady, she was like, my credit is not good. You know, I got garnishments on my credit and everything like that, and whatever. And I'm like, and then the lady who was showing her apartment, she was like, they don't really care about that. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll get it. See, with my credit, I don't have a lot of credit experience, but I don't have bad credit. I just need more credit experience. So because going off that, what she said, I knew that I would be approved for this place. Like, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna be approved for the place. Even though it's giving ghetto vibes, we were desperate. Like, we was in a desperate situation. We needed somewhere to go. We had the money ready, and that's the thing. We had the money ready that day. Like, my husband had the money ready that day. And we was going to even write a money order and everything to get the place. But because the leasing office was about to close, the girl who showed us the place, she was like, I can't accept the payment right now because I can't go into the system. It's because it's basically after hours and I'm not allowed to do that. So I'm like, my husband like, dang, we're going to have to come back next week to give her the money. And I wasn't really too much tripping about it because it just gave me like bad vibes based off what I asked her, like, is the area good or not, and she gave me the answer. I just knew like I wasn't really too fond of living there anyways. So I'm like, that's God, man, that's nothing but God. So I put my application in. She told me that she would contact me in 3 to 5 business days with the answer if I'm approved or not to move in. And she gave me the impression that we were going to move in, right? So it's time to go. We ordered a Lyft. Now here where it gets crazy. Here's where it gets crazy. We ordered a Lyft, and it's a lady. Can't remember the woman's name, but we ordered a Lyft, and she wasn't too far away. We got the baby ready and everything like that. She pulled up to the destination. We get in the car, like, we walk to the car. Before we even get to the car, and like, you know how you can see somebody inside their car before you get to the car? I'm looking to see, like, okay, is this Lyft or whatever like that. I look in the car and look like she mad about something, like she got an attitude. Before I even open the door, my husband opens the door for me, puts the baby's car seat in. I said, hi, how are you? She said, I'm good. And I'm like, okay. Because I'm all about energy. I'm like, okay. I'm not even focused on that. I'm focused on getting my baby in the car safely, and so we can go and leave this area. So we putting the baby in the car seat, the opposite direction of where the car is faced, like outward, right? The opposite direction, as I should. She's telling me, she looked back, she like, oh, that's not how you put the baby car seat in the car. The second time I'm hearing this, and I know for sure I put my baby car seat in the car correctly, because I went to the firefighter department and they told me how to do it. They showed me how to do it. They sent me a video on how to do it. An officer showed me how to do it. Like, girl, don't. Hell, I'm getting bad, but man, dog. So she said the baby car seat not supposed to go in the car like that. And I'm like, it's supposed to go in the car like that. Like, I went to the firefighter department and it's supposed to go like that. She like, it's not supposed to go like that. Because I got a daughter. She 18 years old. 18 years ago, I knew how to put it. I said, that was 18 years ago. This is new. I know how to put my baby's car seat in the car. My husband like, because my husband know how I am. He like, babe, just chill. Just chill. I'm like, yeah, because me and her, we already going back and forth. So I'm like, okay. I'm still not listening to her. She's like, I don't want you to put the baby's car seat in the car like that wrong, because I don't want nothing to happen and I be responsible for it. I don't want to be responsible for it. I said, you're not going to be responsible for anything. I know how to put my baby in a car seat the right way. You can't tell me how to put my baby in a car seat. And then she was like, ma'am, what is your problem? What are you getting attitude for? I said, you had an attitude right when we walked into the car. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And yo, it even got to the point where my husband turned the baby car seat around the way she told her to, the way she told us to. I'm like, that's not how you're supposed to be strapped in. Like, I can't just sit here and listen to this woman because she said how to put my baby car seat in the car. You know, my husband is not, he don't really like problems for real. Like, he's he a chill person, and he just wanted to get his family home safe. That's it. So he like, babe, get in the car. We get in the car. We strap him in tight though, but it was the other way. And then she told us to put him in the middle seat, like the middle between, y'all know how when you reach up to the glove compartment, like you able to reach up to the car, to the front cars from the back. She told us to put him in the middle like that. I said, oh no, baby, I'm not putting my baby in the middle like that. So I turned him back around, because what you want my baby to do? Fly out? If anything, like, why is he facing this way and then he's facing where, like, it's not even a seat protecting him? Like, he just out in the open. If y'all know what I mean. Shit. Ooh, dog, I don't play about my baby. I'm like, nah, I'm not putting him in like that. So me and her, we going back and forth. And she was like, well, Steven, you need to tell your wife to calm down and talk to me with respect or something. You need to tell your wife to calm down. Your wife, Steven, your wife has an attitude. She know my husband's name because of the Lyft. And I said, you need to calm down and talk to my husband like that. I said, you came here like this with a bad attitude. So my husband like, babe, just chill. Let's just go ahead and go. I said, let's just go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and go. She said, oh, because I said, she was like, because I can cancel the ride. And I'm like, okay, let's just cancel the ride. So, and then my husband like, no, let's not cancel the ride. I'm like, okay, we're not going to cancel the ride. I told him we're not going to cancel the ride because they had already took money. Lyft already had took the money, which I don't understand. They took the money already once we got into her car. I don't understand why Lyft does that. They should take the money once the person arrives to their destination. So the lady, she drives, and we're still arguing. And then she was like we still going back and forth as she's like speeding up. And she telling us to get out of the car midway of her leaving the parking lot. Like, y'all just need to get out the car. Y'all need to get out the car. So I'm like, let's get out this car. Let's get out this car. Let's get out. Let's get out this car right now, bro. Cause I feel it coming on, bro. I feel it. And then I got my baby with me. So she stopped the car. I didn't even like bother getting the baby's car seat out. I was hurrying up getting the baby out the car seat, because if anything, I don't got time, because it's a big car seat. It's real big. It's a bigger than usual car seat, right? Because it's supposed to like really protect the baby. But so it's big, so I'm strapping the baby out of the car seat, right? Because I don't want her to pull off with my baby in the car. This woman is crazy. And as all of this is happening, everything's going in my mind. Like, what if we get on the freeway and this lady acting crazy? What if we, that's the main thing that went in my head. What if we on the freeway and she acting crazy like this, and she tell us to jump out the car, or she try to kick us out the car, or we like end up fighting while she driving? Like, yo, all that went into my head. So what happens next is crazy. But I want you guys to watch that part in part 2, you guys. It's going to be in a part 2. So make sure you subscribe and turn on your bell notification to find out what happened in part 2, because part 2 got pretty crazy. All right, it got crazy. Yeah, so I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Today is Wednesday. This is posted on Wednesday. The next one will be posted on Friday at 5. This is going to be posted at 5. Friday is going to be posted at 5. I'm going to be consistent, so make sure you guys turn your post notification bell on so y'all can know what happens next. Okay, you guys, love you. See you later.